and welcome to episode 54 of Downunder The Ring podcast. I'm your host, the Warship, well, one of three, because we also have Phid McAwesome and Betson here. Now today, holy shit, we've got so much to talk about. To paraphrase Michael Cole, holy shit, what, whoa, my God, so much stuff has happened. Obviously, the most important one is that Karrion Kross did not beat Sami Zayn. That isn't great. But there's probably a little bit of other news in there as well. Phid, let's ask you first, how you going?
Dude, honestly, I've been itching for this week's podcast because, as you said, holy shit, what a weekend. Like, I to go back to last week's episode, I said I wasn't that hyped for SummerSlam. It wasn't one of the, didn't feel like it was the, WrestleMania 2 of the year, which I think is what they're amping it up to be. But I think it was a better pay-per-view than WrestleMania. Like, we got more awesome shit happening during it, and most of the matches, even the B matches, were bangers.
Look, honestly, it felt like the first time in a very long time we've had tangible shit happen.
Yeah. 100%.
I know if you agree, Betson?
I do actually. Like, coming into the show last week, when we all mentioned, like, I haven't actually watched wrestling in kind of months.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like only consuming WWE by socials. But then coming into SummerSlam, I was like, watched it, and I am in. But it was like night one had some really cool stuff that really kicked into some future story. Night two was booked like me playing my GM. It was just stipulation, and they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
But it was fucking cool.
Yep.
Just to move ticket sales. It's just like the game. But I was very happy with it. The ending, though. Woo.
Can I claim the ending? Honestly.
Yes, you know what, Shippy? I'll allow it.
Let's start the show off with the end of the entire PLE. Because...
Actually, yeah, you know what? This is your shine, Shippy. Like, you called it. Give yourself a moment.
I just want to say, before Shippy goes into his rant, the first DM I got after the main event of night two was a DM from Shippy saying, I told you, Phid, that you should have put out that short of my prediction.
I was so mad.
So much so that when Brock Lesnar showed up, I went, fuck Shippy. Not fuck Brock Lesnar.
All right, so the thing, like, honestly, like, the cool part is that he comes out in this fucking awesome cowboy hat and he starts doing these ones, etc. And honestly, like, who in their world saw it coming? Like, other than me, who's a fucking genius, who else saw it coming? No one, right? Because we are stuck in this thing with the legal stuff. Yeah. WWE apparently, reportedly, I've been checking all day because I didn't want to come in here half-cocked and I'm never half-cocked, but I didn't want to come in here half-cocked and not have anything to actually talk about. And to be giving like factless information, right?
But that's a good journalism, Shippy. That's a good journalism.
I think so. I did. I'm a good boy, actually, sometimes. But like, for me, it's this thing where it's like, if legal have said, hey, as far as we are concerned, he's clear, right? Yeah. It's a real moral gray zone because Twitter obviously has exploded into perhaps the most pieces it's ever exploded into. We have got a real divisive thing. I checked the YouTube videos and I don't think that they're actually moderating the YouTube video of his return. But I reckon probably the first 50 comments are like, fuck yes, it's Brock Lesnar. And there's nothing except for one post I saw about 3/4 of the way down the page, and it said, Twitter is having an explosion about this. And then that had 22 replies. But it was like overwhelmingly positive at the time.
Wasn't there a graphic on Raw today? It was like 12 million or something, 17. There was a 1-something million views.
It's a ridiculous amount of views. Like it is a legitimately ridiculous amount.
I hate views.
It's crazy. Do you remember back in the day when, after a PLE, the only thing they ever showed you for free were still shots on Raw the next night?
Yeah, like
and the video replays were always cut off the ending. You never saw the actual pin.
And now, like, you went to YouTube, I think it was like an hour after the PLE ended, and you got the entire end of that match in the return. It was crazy.
Yeah, and look, it's wild because like they can obviously afford to, because much in the same way that Nintendo is like, oh, do you want to play Mario? Oh, do you want to play? Oh, you have to pay $150 because fuck you. In the exact same way that Nintendo can do that, the WWE doesn't give a shit. You're already paying for Netflix. They're already getting a cut of that. They got billions of dollars for that shit. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Well,
and that's going to be
brilliant. It's brilliant advertising because anyone who missed the PLE will go, shit, maybe I should be watching.
Yeah, and look, it's worked, right? If nothing else, you're getting a bunch of people saying, Triple K, the racist, strikes again, all this kind of stuff. You're getting people divisive about that, but at the same time, you're getting people who are like, genuinely, I haven't watched wrestling in so long, and hearing that music on a whim, I turned it on. And hearing that music made me excited about it. Now, for me, the key thing in all of it is that Cena, according to Mr. Paul Levesque, has said, hey, I've got a list like Santa Claus and I'm checking it twice. I want to fucking fight Brock Lesnar. Please, please be nice. And according to that, like if Cena, of all people, is saying, I want to wrestle Brock Lesnar one time before I go.
Yeah.
There's got to be something in that, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't fact-checked this at all, but I did see an allegation the other day. Actually, I shouldn't say allegation in regards to Brock.
Let's not say that word. That and piss are off the table.
I saw a post that said...
Piss this allegation.
I saw a post that said, every time Brock Lesnar has returned after a long hiatus, it has been to attack John Cena.
Yeah, I did see that too, which is crazy if true.
But he's rocked up a bunch of times just to fucking annoy people.
But no, specifically after a long hiatus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyone I can think of that isn't that is Orton, right? Because I'm pretty sure he had a hiatus there when he elbowed Orton in the head so much that he bled almost to death, right?
Oh, yeah, they did the hard way.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah, the hard way shot. That's the only one I can think of, really, that isn't part of that.
Yeah.
But honestly...
What I'd love you to do for those in attendance who may not have been in attendance last week, can you remember your booking for the end of the PLE?
Because we were talking about, because we were like, Cena and Cody, who's going to turn heel, who's going to stay face, all this other garbage. And I was like, look, I don't think we're going to get heel Cody. Because I don't. And I still don't think we're going to get heel Cody because it doesn't make sense from a business point of view. If you're losing your biggest babyface of all time in 4 months, why are you going to then position someone who isn't in any danger of being not being a babyface? Because really, I know they're getting a bit stale on him. He just needs to do something more exciting. Yeah, and
I
they can do that.
I have a theory about why we went the way we did, but I'll let you finish it because I like.
Okay, no, that's cool. I will get to that absolutely. But for me, you could say, oh, they've sown the seeds because Cody was a little bit, fuck you, bro. Before the end of it, there was a little bit of just doing
sowing seeds. That shit he did with the turnbuckle and the rope was
heelish. But it was also desperation, right? So you can almost justify that. And you know what? Maybe he comes out and he says, the thing is that when I was wrestling, I was thinking about you guys and you were saying to me that I'm going to be a heel one day. So then I decided that I would be a little bit just to see what it was like. There could be like an element of that's him feeding into what the fans have thought. If you expect me to be a heel, then you know what, so be it. Let's just see how we go. You know what I mean? There's absolutely the possibility that was the case. Like, I'm straying away from my own point here, but what I'm saying is that for me, who else can fit that mold? If you've got the biggest babyface of all time and the guy that they're pushing to be the biggest babyface of all time, how can you possibly end the show with one of them turning heel, in particular the one who's sticking around turning heel, right? So what you need is a big motherfucking bad guy to show up. And who is a bigger bad guy than the next big thing, Brock Lesnar? Like, it makes sense. Looking back, it wasn't what we originally thought it was going to be because, honestly, night one, it wasn't where I was at too. We had conversations leading up to it where it was possible that would be the whole situation. But I don't know about you guys, but I forgot. I completely forgot about that even being like our original kind of thought behind it. So I was just in to watch the match. I was like, okay, as we said last week, I reckon Bronny's going to show up and he's going to take the thing. And Bronson Reed's going to help Bron Breakker, and he's going to become the new Seth. And obviously we didn't see that, but then I thought that would give us a little bit more room to have a heel CM Punk perhaps later in the night. And then that would be the way they would go, because really he needs to turn heel like it's no one's business, but he won't, because he's the other big face on the other company, on the other side of the other show. And I think that now with what happened on night one, that has projected him into the stratosphere of face for that side. So now you've got an established face on Raw, an established face on SmackDown. There's no room for Cody to turn heel right now. And that was my point. I give the floor to someone else so I can have a drink.
Yeah, look, and you were absolutely correct. No question. And it was we were discussing post-recording the show last week of like other ways it could have gone, like wouldn't be a blanket turn. However, one thing that we didn't anticipate last week happened on SmackDown this weekend. And that was Cena coming out and essentially going, I made mistakes, man, we cool? Yeah. And everyone went, yeah, we cool.
Yeah.
So the reason I believe that Phid and I went down the path that we did, as many people on the internet have speculated, is because we were led to believe that the Rock stuff was of value.
Yeah.
Right? Watching Unreal and seeing that it wasn't of any value and it was just some dude pushing his shit on people.
Which, by the way,
they tried to paint
Unreal.
it differently, but the subtext is, you watch Triple H talk to anyone, and then you watch him talk to The Rock. That motherfucker, they hate each other.
Oh,
deeply
absolutely.
hate each other. So with that context, I then take that into that promo with Cena's like, look, we done fucked up. I'm sorry. But I like the idea that I want to take this belt with me so then you would never forget me. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
And that changed everything. Yeah.
I was going to say, for context as well, like when we recorded last week, literally as we were about to go on air, Unreal dropped on Netflix. So we hadn't watched Unreal,
watch it.
And and SmackDown naturally hadn't aired. That's a lot of information going into
it was good propaganda, let me tell you. It was good.
And we didn't have it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, did you guys watch Unreal?
Oh, I watched the entire thing. It was brilliant.
Oh, since then, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's SummerSlam, and then we'll back end it with Unreal, because I think that'd be fun to chat about it too, because about the whole new kayfabe shit.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting. But yes, so in terms of the match itself, I had the same, like, watching it, my belief was that we'd see little beginnings of heel Cody, and then the idea is he'd be full-blown heel by December, pin Cena, boom. Nah. That can't be the case. And
I still think we got some seeds in there. I'm going to stand by that.
We get the little, but again, as Shippy said, it's desperation, right? As Slappy plays in the chat says, sorry, it was a street fight.
Yeah.
And that's the reason everybody get away with it. So what they allowed to do is they set the match up to give one final fucking Super Cena. The crowd was chanting it, and like he's busting code reds on the outside. Like that was that year in the early 2000s. Everyone's like, this is fucking peak Cena. Like he's busting. They just set it up for him to just smash it.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a banger match.
Because admittedly, I was discussing this with my friend Craig on Friday night.
Shout out Craig.
Shout out to Craig. In the easy answer is Cena turns face and just greatest hits until he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt that would have diminished the story, because I felt the story was going to be building to something. But once we realized that means fucking nothing, I'm glad they're doing greatest hits. And now I'm spending more time thinking about who's the heel that's going to take him the fuck out in December.
This is a discussion I'd love to get in with you guys as well. As now that we know we're into greatest hits territory.
Yeah.
Who else have we got for Cena? Because we've already had Orton. We've had Cody twice. We're going into Brock.
So this is where you two will have to jump in, because I
genuinely think there's a good chance that we get a final run before WrestleMania of a Hall of Famer who never got his Hall of Fame. Batista.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well, this is good. Keeping in mind,
recently in interviews he's been.
This is Cena saying, "Here's who I want in my final year." Like he's got a dream. He's got a list of dream matches that he wants to get out of the way, and he's going to be playing the hits. And who are his biggest rivals that he ever had? CM Punk, done. Randy Orton, done. Batista has got to be on that list of the greatest rivals Cena's ever had.
It's going to be The Rock.
Yeah, I think Rock will be the last man.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rock was like the second to last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rock was the final boss either.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get, if not a Rock appearance, then a Rock video in Perth.
I feel like now that I've said it out loud,
Well,
as much as I think that they would like to put, I think they've already given flowers for the new guy coming in. They don't need to do that now.
That's Cody.
So as much as I would like him to go out on his back against someone to build them, I think the entire time we've maybe playing into this idea that The Rock is the final boss.
Yeah.
The Rock could be seen as last challenge.
Yeah.
It plays into it because right now we're working the boys. We're working the fucking boys. Think about it. We're all sitting here now like, fuck The Rock. What a dog. He didn't show up. He's a piece of shit.
And then
so
he shows
Cena
up.
can then say it. And he was like, you know what? You weren't here.
At the moment. Now that we know that we are working the boys, we're working friends and family.
I think it's The Rock.
Nothing is off the cards right now. Nothing.
I'm predicting The Rock right now. The Rock is the last match.
I heard today, and I was listening to a pod, and I was like, "That's a fucking exceptional choice." Was Gunther, right? Because as where it stands right now, with the belt going to Punk, he's done everything he can fucking do on Raw.
Yeah.
There's a draft coming up, set into SmackDown. He can then suddenly get into the picture, whether it be against Cody. We can throw back to King of the Ring. We can throw back to them being the final two at the Royal Rumble that one time. It was fucking awesome. Or he's like, I'm going to go fuck with Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I could go for the title, and that's easy. I've been there. I've done that. I'm going to fucking take you out, and then I'm going for that title. So then we get like Rumble.
I am down with the final boss
Rock, though.
coming back for that last match. And as a Forgotten Donut just said in TikTok chat, thrice in a lifetime.
Yeah.
And he's going to come out with his little belt that he fucking owns.
Yeah.
To be doing these ones with his belt that he has.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing these ones here with his fucking thing. And that's going to be it. I can almost taste it. I've got a custom belt as well, Rock. You're not special. But that to me is the most sense.
There's only one way that I'd be super happy with that. As when that happens, when that bell rings, both of them finish up.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm in for that too. And
Because
you know
what other stories can The Rock benefit from?
No,
He's come in this year to try amplify a story, and if anything, he fizzed it out. He needs to go. Like I said,
He's the greatest heel in professional wrestling.
Was it sorry?
He's the greatest heel in the history of professional wrestling.
Oh, don't
Just
get me
ask
wrong.
him.
So take out the biggest fucking heel and the biggest fucking face ever in the same match. Allow for the new folk to really start going.
Yeah.
Let's do a 90s callback here. I'm sorry, Betson, you won't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead.
But okay, so we've got a couple of interesting points in the chat. One of them being that there's no major PLE. Now, The Rock, he's the man. He's the board
Anything
champion
he's done is a major
of
PLE.
directors. He's going to come in on that last date and say, rock bottom. I'm going to bring it back. It's going to be rock bottom, the event. The Rock versus John Cena. I'm bringing that back for that. Winner takes all in December. That's it.
Because Cena has said calendar year, right?
Yeah, because that means that there's 4 pay-per-views. So there's September, October, November, December.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
So October is Crown Jewel. So it's Cena versus fucking someone because we know he's coming.
I think there's a good chance. I think there's a good chance we get Brock and Cena.
Yeah, Brock is a crown jewel motherfucker. Like absolutely.
Brock, Cena, Crown Jewel, 1,000,000%. That's a lot.
So then who's in the middle?
Be there for that.
Who's the other two? Like November Survivor Series. What's the next pay-per? Oh, Clash in Paris. Is he doing Clash?
Clash in Paris, it seems like they're building that around Stephanie Vicaire at the moment.
As you should, because she's amazing.
Yeah.
In general. But like, is Cena meant to go there? Is he fighting someone? Like, yes, he's not main eventing, but he could open.
Well, yeah, what, in the Roman spot? I was shocked by that, by the way. In the Roman spot of Survivor Series, or SummerSlam, which one did we just do? Summerfest. That's the one. Yeah. I was shocked to see that actually as the very first match.
Yeah.
To add to something that we were discussing earlier, you know how we were like, if John Cena, sorry, my apologies, if Cody Rhodes was to turn heel, who would be the next face to take them on?
Well, we had this dilemma last week, right?
No. I think we've got it. If it were to happen, the answer is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So then come WrestleMania, we get Roman versus Cody 3, but the roles are reversed. And I think that will happen at some point at some time. Shout out to Craig on that prediction. That was fucking crazy.
I think we've got time between now and Mania next year to get there.
Yeah.
We almost need to give Roman some investment back again, too. I know he's the tribal chief. I know he's the guy, but he's starting to lose that shine.
Everyone from the bloodline's losing that shine.
Yeah, absolutely. So, look, it's absolutely, like, to me, that would give them the space they need. I do kind of feel by WrestleMania, though, we're going to have... I wonder how, though. We're going to have a face championless Cody Rhodes, because I reckon he's going to lose it quick.
Okay.
Ooh,
versus a heel recently reclaimed championship because I'm a scumbag against Seth Rollins, CM Punk for Mania. I reckon that's super possible.
Punk Cody Mania.
I reckon heel Punk, face Cody Mania, because they had shit to do the last couple of years that took him out of having that number one big spot, big happy moment. I reckon they're going to do it this year.
I would argue that. So I'd probably argue that Seth Punk would make Mania next year. I reckon he could main event night 2 next year.
I do not want to watch it for the next 8 months, though.
Me either. But like that, they're not going to build it to fucking Survivor Series. They might do a Team Punk versus Team Seth at fucking War Games.
I had an idea for, which is one we could do with Cena as a babyface. Is what if you were to do Team OGs versus Team Rookies at Survivor Series?
That'd be cool.
So who would you put where?
So you've got Cena, CM Punk, Cody. Like you do an all-star.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy.
Your faces.
Done, right? So you've got an all-star team, and then you've got an NXT team. And
the Nexus. Wade Barrett. Barrett Barrage. Yes, we need that. I'm all in for that.
But I think that's a good way of putting NXT guys over before the Rumble.
Yep.
True.
That would then give you that thing that I was talking about earlier with on your back. Yeah. Give it to the new guys vibe. And you know what? He could make up for fucking the Nexus.
Yeah.
like he could make up for it for sure.
That hard zoom button is really getting a good workout. I'm loving it.
It's
comedic timing is on.
I'm back to streaming now, so I have all this stupid stuff. It's all there again. I can do that now. It's my whole gimmick is back.
Okay. Last point I want to make, and it's not my point. This is from TikTok chat. Is the final Raw for Cena after his last PLE and I think you don't need to, you know how you had the question of you don't need to put someone over. Does he put over somebody young as an up-and-comer at his final match? I don't think you need to. With this idea, which full credit to Donut on this one. Final Raw, Cena comes out, he does his thank yous, gets his thank you Cena chants, and then he's like, the problem we have now is who else out the back has got some ruthless aggression.
Oh, they redo that?
And you have someone from that could be somebody from NXT come up.
No, you have obviously Chad Gable.
That would be brilliant, actually.
That would be so good.
Yeah.
Also,
and,
There's a third Grande now.
By then, El Grande Americano and Chad will have had their tag run and then split
And
up.
Rumble.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd like that. That'd be real good nostalgia hits.
I hate the fact that next year's Rumble is quite probably going to have four El Grande Americanos in it.
The El Grande
bring
Cinematic
back the
Universe.
greatest Royal Rumble. It's be 50 people, and it's just mostly El Grande Americano.
I hope it's just like Mick Foley coming out.
Yeah, it's Mick Foley, El Grande Americano. Undertaker's back, El Grande Americano. Two more El Grande Americanos.
The Cactus Jack.
Teddy Long. For some fucking reason.
Then
Why
you
not?
could have it at the El Grande American Bash.
Yes. Oh my God.
Book it, Trips.
Look at, come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Don't be like this. Don't hurt us. All right, so
yeah,
the wild card.
Sorry. So, like, Cody and Punk at Mania could work.
Yeah.
Oh, look,
like
it's possible. I don't know if it's going to go the way it will. For me, that's a little bit of fantasy booking because I feel like it's time to pull the trigger, but we can't because he's just become a massive face.
Yeah.
But it's super duper time to pull the trigger on this heel turn. If anyone should be turning heel right now, it should be CM Punk.
And I think the way he's presented himself his entire career allows him to do it without losing anything, where Cody would turn and would lose everything.
Yeah.
Everything, yeah. I just wanted to say, look, fuck this shit. I've been nice and it doesn't work. All I do is get fucked right up the pooper.
Seth Rollins is still like annoying me all the fucking time.
Legitimately, I am so mad. I don't even care anymore. We're going to be the baddest bad guy.
I can't wait. There has to be someone who's edited a supercut of every time Punk and Seth Rollins' music has hit on each other. And all of them have just this disdain on their face each time. I love it.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's just like this, like every time. No one's happy. No one's happy at all. I really do. I really want to see it. So that's a bit of fantasy booking on my side. Another bit of fantasy booking that we've been discussing, and it's actually been going off in the chat right now at twitch.tv/Downunder The Ring. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. But over there, we're having a lot of conversation there as well about Sami Zayn. Now, they have been putting forward this concept that Sami needs to be world champion or he might just go cry an entire river.
Yeah.
Like, they've been putting the real Justin Timberlake vibes on Sami Zayn for a while now. But the problem is that do we see Sami as world champion material, or did they shit the bed when he could have won the belt back when Cody was about to win the belt?
I genuinely could not care less about Sami at the moment. It's not to say I don't respect Sami and don't love Sami, but the way he's been booked of late, I don't care.
Yes. No, I think they've ruined it.
His continued use of being dad coming in, being like, you're doing the wrong thing. Like, that's kind of the gimmick. And it's, I heard something today that he's kind of being played as the soul of, of WWE. He's like the moral compass, and he's what. So I guess the only answer could be like in this fictional Brock Lesnar world. He's like, fuck it, Brock Lesnar gets the championship. That'd be amazing. Or this heel Cody that we've made up. It would make sense. It would be great. If there is a heel Cody, the first person to take him on, either be Jay, if he's still faced and relevant, or it's Sami.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
even
do agree.
think
Sami
face.
needs a title. He's a title.
I would argue that Sami should show up on Raw. Is Cody Raw or SmackDown now? I forget.
SmackDown.
I think Sami should show up at SmackDown and say, hey, bitch, it's time. I had your back every time, always. Give me the first shot.
Yeah.
I would argue that that's where they should go. He doesn't need to win the Rumble. He doesn't need to win the Elimination Chamber. He just needs to go to his friend and say, hey, dog, come on. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And then you could run Kevin Owens if you need to. You could easily run
if we even can get Kevin Owens for the next few years.
Yeah, exactly right. He's had neck surgery. I know what that's like. He's fucking shit. So, like at the end of the day, reality of the situation.
Kevin, do you have any comments on how your back surgery's going? Yeah, it's fucking shit.
Fucking shit. Like it is. It sucks willies. And like, as much as we want to see it, how many times in the universe can we see Kevin Owens come out and be like, bah? You know, like, how often can we see that? I don't think we can see it anymore. I don't. I just don't. I think we've seen it enough.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, well, let's ask it. Mr. Stevie Games in the chat that I'm seeing here says, now the company seems to have no sense of business ethics anymore, will they do something with loudly pro-Palestine Sammy?
I don't think it has anything to do with it. I hope. I have a feeling that that is a kettle that you do not want to open.
Well, no, the reason I wanted to read that question out, because people have been very quickly to jump on socials and be like, fuck Brock Lesnar.
I don't think that's political, though.
No, like,
that's not a political angle.
It's not political in the same way, but it is still charged in that same political space.
Yeah, and that's something that I want to make super clear from my own point of view, and I'm not going to go too deep into it, but...
Me either. I was just curious.
The people that are trying to say that it's a political thing, the opinions that people have on Brock Lesnar, it's not. Human rights are not politics.
No. I really just want to say, hey, let's just not. Yep. Yeah. Because honestly,
it's good for us to put that out there, right? Acknowledge that those conversations are happening. We don't want to be part of them.
No,
because we you know, if you've seen us on any social media or any other pod, you know where we all sit.
Yeah. I think if you know us as people,
we're not hiding our political leanings or our morals, our values, or anything.
No, and I'm not going to... I purely, when I'm referencing all this Brock Lesnar shit, I'm purely speaking into the meme of it and how ridiculous it all is. Because when I said that, there was no way it was happening.
Yeah.
Like,
it's been
there was no way.
Joke for the last year has been Brock Lesnar.
And then he was here, and now he's back. It's crazy.
But to answer the question previously, like, should a world champion Sammy? I think the answer is absolutely. He deserves it for what he has done. Even if he holds it for like a week, I don't give a fuck. Give it to him. Let him get those renders. They're gonna get a shirt.
I think he can and should be world champion. I just think you've got a fair way to go building him back up to that.
I'd
at
agree.
the moment, he is so far away from that, it's not fun.
But we've seen him get close really quick. Like, he can get close quickly.
Don't say that. That sounds weird. Don't say he can get close really quickly. I don't like that. That sounds like a sex thing.
It does.
He can get close and finish really quick.
Really quickly, actually.
Consensually.
Look, honestly, Sami Zayn, again, this is no dog on Sami because I do like Sami a lot. Yeah. I just don't know how possible it is for us to go back in time to a point where he was going to be the guy. My issue with it is that how many big guns do we have now?
I fear that the WWE writers don't know how to use Sami without KO in the mix.
I feel they don't know how to use fucking half the people without half the people. What are they going to do with Damian Priest?
Well, let's talk about a good transition, right? I don't know what the writers over at Raw know what to do with their tag teams, because you go to fucking SmackDown, those tag teams fuck.
Yeah.
They fuck. Like that TLC match was just rad.
Yeah, look, I
enjoyed the little divots in the tables so they could double stack them easier with the Slim Jim stickers. That made me laugh.
Yeah,
but I noticed only the ones with the holes had Slim Jim stickers, so they knew which was the important ones.
Yeah, and it really did harken back to original TLC 1 and 2, that original vibe. You know what I mean? Like, so there was... the ridiculous bumps, almost bump for bump in some points there. There was the double table bump. There was the spear bump that was awesome because it was missed. Yeah. There was a lot of really cool stuff in there. As far as the show goes, we haven't even spoke about it. It was awesome.
What about Ciampa hanging from the belts?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he gets like pulled out. He like avoids the spear. Wow, how good my arms look there! Holy shit! But like, yeah, he put his arm, he put his legs up. The spear got missed. Man, like Candice LeRae absolutely eating dog shit was awesome. Because she just laid. She was Yamcha. She was a corpse.
One leg is just about an inch shorter. She landed so fucking hard on her knee.
So good, though. Honestly, I want to talk about something right now. I'm going to pivot because we haven't spoke about Seth Rollins, and you know what?
We're coming to that. We're coming to
that shit. But I want to say,
we can't just keep going upwards.
Do you know who I don't hate anymore?
Who's that?
It's a really weird thing for me to say. I think that they have saved Charlotte Flair by putting her with Alexa Bliss.
I would agree.
100%.
Yeah.
I sort of alluded to that last week where I said, like, if you had asked me after the Rumble, what do I think of Charlotte Flair? I hate her. Terrible, amazing wrestler, one of the best in-ring performers in the world.
But how long is it till she has a belt again?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that vibe.
But, yeah, in the last couple of months since I've had her with, she's been amazing.
Alexa. Yeah.
And the entire crowd has turned and aren't hating on her. Like, that's miracle writing, that is.
And that's full credit to the Trips and the writing team, because I would rather set my balls on fire than watch it. Yeah. No, legitimately.
The chemistry between them is just... Sorry, I keep speaking over you, Shippy. Sorry.
No, I totally agree with you. I don't want you to speak because I feel like I speak too much. But yeah, the fact is that I would rather have set my fucking pubes on fire and grown my pubes to set them on fire than watch a Charlotte Flair match at the start of the year.
Is how we tell this episode of Down Under the Ring is brought to you by Manscaped.
Hey, do you like having really nice balls?
Do you want smooth balls but sick of setting fire to them?
Don't watch a Charlotte Flair match. Use Manscaped.
Not an actual sponsor.
I'm sending that clip to Manscaped to try and get that
Please do.
But no, it's actually true. Like, Charlotte Flair is immediately more bearable. And I'm not saying she's more authentic, because I don't think there's much authentic about how she presents when she steps through that curtain. But it does feel a bit more less pompous and high strung, which was how she chose to return, leading into the Rumble.
It reminds me of Team Hell No.
Actually, that's a good comparison.
That's the vibe it gives me. It really does. It has that.
Couple.
Yeah, but not in that fucking shit like odd couple way. It's more like, because like, that's a well played out trope, because Charlotte's not just like, I fucking hate you, dog. Like, there's none of that.
No, if she did that, I would have loved her months ago.
It's more like, hey, shut the fuck up, don't talk to me. But also, we're awesome.
Bite your face, cunt. Like, I'll
bite your face.
You with a knife.
Yeah. That's the version of Grayson Waller I want.
Oh my god.
Oh, absolutely. We'll never have it, but
Mr. Stevie Games in the chat. How will they coexist?
Nightbot decided to block the message too, but it came through. Don't worry about that. Ignore that, Spotify. There's nothing happening. Shh. Go back to sleep. It's okay. The Charlotte Flair thing is incredibly wild. Like it is night and day.
Yeah.
Well, night and day.
I think, going back to SummerSlam, this is the first PLE where, in a long time, I feel like the women have been so well represented on the roster this year.
Yeah.
And it's not just, we'll give them a spot. It's everybody had really fleshed out stories. The matches were really well delivered. And I don't think there was a single women's match on that card where I was like, oh, this is a good time for me to go take a piss.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. The only thing that I would comment on would be, because night 2 was so loaded with stip matches, it felt odd to give the no disqualification, no count out, whatever the fucking, they didn't call it a street fight or a no DQ match for Lyra and Becky. Because when there were so many, like the street fight at the beginning, the tables match just before it, them having weapons didn't feel like it added. Aside from the use of the crowbar against the kendo, that was cool.
That one there might have been a good match to have swapped over to night one, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Honestly, it was the low point.
Night two.
Yeah. And
for women's wrestling, it was the low one.
Yeah. And like, this is someone who works deathmatch shows, right? Like, I'm used to just fuck shit, like consistently just noise. Yeah. So to have like a show that was booked that way, but then go, that match would have been better if it didn't have the noise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would have also loved it if Becky and Bayley both turned heel, and then we could have had them versus Charlotte and Alexa for the titles. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No, it didn't. But I think, like I said, I think we had a really good representation across the board for women's wrestling on the shows. The low point was the Becca's match. I just didn't care. I just didn't care at all. And I really wanted to, but
is it Becky or Lyra that you struggle to care?
I think it's Lyra.
You think it's Lyra?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love everything that Becky does, but Becky has almost got the Charlotte Flair syndrome. Is when she shows up, I go, fuck off. There is a point where that just happens, you know, and it's because we have the same kind of shit happen every time. They show up, they win the belt, and then they get injured, and then they fuck off for a year.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's one thing that should have absolutely happened after watching the Lyra match is they should have used zip ties during the Hell in a Cell because they were a lot harder to break than those handcuffs were.
I thought you were going to say they should have used zip ties to hold the match together. It was
just a straight steel cage because if it was a Hell in a Cell, Solo Sikoa couldn't have just fucking out of the door and won.
Good point.
There is I love the concept of a steel cage match, yet I can't remember the last one I actually got excited about.
No.
Yeah.
Because you're like, steel cage, fuck yeah, let's go. And then it always ends with someone falling through a door.
You go back a couple of months.
Or escaping.
And how high are we on Jacob Fatu? You go back 3 months.
Yeah.
How high are we on Jacob Fatu? How high are we even on Solo Sikoa? I love them both. That match, you always say the things, fuck. What's the opposite? Because that was the opposite.
Yeah, that was, just no movement. That was flaccid. It was flaccid.
There was a dead fish is what that was.
That was starfish.
That's the word I was looking for. I've never experienced it, so I don't know what it is. Okay, so speaking literally, let's move on. That was a horrible transition. Let me try that again. So you know what? Why don't we talk about, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Seth. Let's talk about the ruse of the century, right?
We should also talk about that match, though, because that match alone, which made it amazing to lead into that.
Yeah. It really, really did.
I genuinely did not think Punk would be legitimately able to win that and be a believable win. And at the end of it, I was convinced that, Punk deserves this win.
Yeah.
And
I love my mate Dem Dog being like, give him a belt back, give it back to him. Ripley being sad about it.
Or as CM Punk himself called her this week, the Greek goddess.
Oh man! But the thing was, it ended up being a beautiful moment. The match was excellent.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of times. Except I don't know. Am I crazy and high and all those things? Because I'm not. But am I? Because
one of those things. So
no, you're not crazy. Now you shush. Was every single powerbomb? Was there something wrong with every single powerbomb? I felt like he gets him up for the powerbomb, and then he just kind of goes.
Gunther's power bombs.
Everyone that he delivered, he either fell out of it.
Punk.
Yeah, but man, just give it.
Yeah.
This is a guy whose arms just explode randomly.
Yeah. But they looked like shit.
There was a few spots in that match where I felt like he was protecting Punk physically.
Yeah.
There was 3 that were garbage. I remember, looking back, there were 3 power bombs. The first one, I think he pulled him off the corner, and he kind of just went straight away, and it looked like he just dropped him. He legitimately looked like he dropped him from about 3 feet in the air.
Yeah.
But again, that's my only critique of the whole thing. Because the rest of it was sensational.
What I really enjoyed about it was essentially the setup of I've just got to not get fucking chopped, get to a sleeper.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then the whole setup at the beginning is watching him dip, dodge, dip, duck, dive, weave, dash, dive, dodge, all those different things until he gets like, doosh, he goes, and then it just goes downhill like immediately. And I really enjoyed it because then it became
believable. It was a believable story they were telling, right?
Yeah. And very similar to Jay, with the getting the win over Jay was just once he got that sleeper in, he's like, I can't get out of this. I'm done.
Yeah.
And so here, by him allegedly like clocking his nose, but also blading a fuckload under the table.
Oh yeah.
The idea of like he's broken his nose, like that is how you got him.
Yeah.
Because he did break his nose. Like that's the thing. In real life, he needs surgery on his nose.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for that.
But what I'm saying on top of that is like it's very similar to Jay. It's like it was just that opportunistic moment and it worked. And that's the only way you can fucking take out Gunther. Like you can't just brute strength him. It has to be find his Achilles heel or find that little weakness glowy thing if you're playing video games and just throw shit at it.
So he remains this aura of a character. Like he remains this unkillable monster, which is great for him. I do hope he goes away and comes back all swinging because right now, like it sucks to see him go out like right now.
But
I'm not sure if he would have even
keep him away for a while now. And when he comes back, he's got that Brock Lesnar sort of aura of, oh my God, he's back, and he just destroys.
Well, additionally, as they talk about it all the time, he spent 80+% of his WWE career with a title. Right now, those titles are in other stories. So having him not here is helpful because that doesn't tarnish that statistic. And allows him to just stay within the title picture. So I wouldn't surprise me, Phid, if he goes away for a little while and maybe he's the one that comes back if Brock's hanging around for a little while and he just fucking fucks up Goldberg, fucks up Brock. Now I'm Brock.
And that could be your Royal Rumble winner.
Oh, so completely outside of all of this, and it is a complete side tangent, but I have a question. Where's R-Truth?
I was wondering
we cared about him a lot for a second.
I was
we
wondering
sure did, Billy.
Last week. It's exactly that. Where is R-Truth? I feel so bad for the dude because I feel like for the first time ever he was presented so well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's the problem is that I was trying to bring it up before we kind of got to it and kind of went away with it. What are they doing with Ron Killings? What are they doing with Damian Priest? What are they doing with Drew McIntyre? What are they doing with all these guys? And
that match with Jelly Roll was actually kind of okay.
It was great.
I was sports entertained, as Phid would say.
He deserves so much more. Like, you look at all of these guys that I'm mentioning, and then you want to bring other people back into the fold.
Genuinely, I think they need to take their Intercontinental title off Dom. Not that I dislike Dom. Love Dom.
He's got Triple A shit to do.
I think you need to take that Intercontinental title off Dom, send Dom to go be the top face of AAA for a while. And this is where those guys can have some bangers and make that title worth something.
Was it the workhorse title was always referred to?
Yeah, Continental title is the workhorse title,
But they're just going to let them go fuck each other up for a while.
This match, Eddie Guerrero Styles versus Dominic Mysterio Styles Guerrero.
He also had an awesome nod to Eddie at the finish as well.
Yeah, with the shoe.
Yeah.
That is, I know we're halfway through our Seth Rollins talk, but that was the sleeper match.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, that was the sleeper match of the night. Like, it was so good.
Yeah.
So good. And Dominic needs to, as you've said, go away, but not as a punishment. He needs to go away to become even better and then come back.
Because if you see the reaction he's getting at AAA, there is such an opportunity to send him here and then send him there and become the top face of that company.
Yeah. And look, you don't have to hire back Alberto.
To do it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. So, really briefly, sick match, really good. No one thought AJ was going to win. There was a moment where it looked like it. That brainbuster was these ones, schmicky do. The whole thing was great with the shoe. Very callback to Eddie. AJ wearing Eddie's tights. They fucked us. They got us because me and Phid both saw the post from the gear maker with the Guerrero tights, and we were like, that's what Dom's going to wear.
Yeah.
But they fucked us, and they tricked me. That was awesome. I really liked it. I don't want AJ to go away, please. I love you so much. Don't leave.
He's been so good in this little feud.
This last little ending of his career has been just tremendous. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, like, what can he do? What's AJ going to do?
Yeah.
Where does he go with it? Well, you want to give him the worker belt until he retires?
Well, seeing as they're about to buy TNA at some point, I assume, let him go fuck over TNA for a while.
Yeah, I think that's where he's going to go. We're starting to go long. The guys in Gorilla are starting to panic. We've got Abyss is already starting to apologize for how long the podcast is going.
I felt so bad for him, mate. All right, back to Seth. So when it comes to this, the music hits, Seth Rollins comes out, CM Punk has his 2 seconds of enjoyment.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So now I have consciously kept somewhat of a, when it comes to internet wrestling dirt sheets, I keep somewhat of some distance, right? So I was part of the crew. Was like, yeah, Seth's fucking hurt. Okay, cool. So to then have him walk out with crutches, I'm like, that is not how someone with a fucked leg would walk on crutches.
I genuinely thought when he came out, we were about to get something close to my booking last week.
Exactly. That's what I thought too. So I did get nicely swerved, but mostly because I'm not so deep in the coal mines of the internet wrestling community.
But the thing is, if you go and talk to anybody or go and have a look at any of the stuff that's come out since SummerSlam from Sean Ross Sapp, the guys at Cultaholic, doesn't matter who you talk to, even Meltzer, right? All of them were worked on this. None of them saw this coming.
Yeah.
And that's because apparently, legitimately backstage, the only people that knew about this was Triple H, him, Heyman, and his missus.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance that there was a genuine injury concern at main event, and then they looked at it and went, actually, it's not as bad as it's not what we thought it was?
I think they even worked LA Knight.
Yeah.
And this comes down to the conversation we wanted to have, Betson, because this was brilliant. Yeah. But there's, and full credit here to Sam Roberts. If you're not watching the Sam Roberts podcast, what are you doing?
What a dude.
But Sam Roberts has got this theory at the moment going of new kayfabe. And I think this needs to become part of the lexicon, because I genuinely think that we are in an era of new kayfabe where, with what's going on with Unreal, where they're opening the back and showing everybody how things are done, all these interviews which are out of character now, all that sort of thing. Old kayfabe is dead, but new kayfabe is working us on what we think we know.
Yeah.
Right? And that's everything from making situations where they're working the boys, which used to be a negative back in the day. And I think it's now going to become absolutely part of business going forward. I think we're in this business of pro wrestling that we love has had eras where the business has shifted and changed. I think we're in this period of shift now where we are in new kayfabe, where whatever we think is real and what's being fed to the dirt sheets, what's even being fed to the boys, could potentially be BS to make an angle work.
This is what I love about it, right? So everyone's like, "Oh man," but with WWE Unreal or whatever, that they're killing the business. They're showing the inner machinations. No one said that on Twitter because the wrestling community doesn't talk that way. But they're showing how the sausage is made, and that's a bad thing. I think this is brilliant for a number of different reasons. Mostly for what you highlighted is they are reshaping what it means to know about wrestling. And using Unreal as an example, there was so much of it that was like, here's the peek behind the curtain. This is Gorilla. This is how this works. But then notice how many of the interviews with the talent, they didn't talk about it as in, this is the character that I'm playing. At the beginning, they say, these are the names that I go by. But when they were interviewing Bianca Belair, she's like, I have this match coming up and it means a lot because if I could get to win this match, she's in character.
Yeah.
And we see her, even in her non-character moments, she's in character.
It's almost like work shoot stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So like that's where shit's happening now. It's in that work shoot. So when we have moments like the Cody Kevin Owens beatdown in the car park where there were no cameras except for people with their phones, that's the new kayfabe.
Yeah.
So everyone's like knows that it's fake. So when shit actually happens that seems real, you're like, hang on, is that kind of real?
Yeah.
Because we now, as I said, kayfabe's been dead for like fucking 15 years.
Yeah.
Easy. This new way of looking at it is incredible. And it hooked me. I'm in hook, line, and sinker.
There's a saying that we use in the marketing world, which is you want to control the narrative.
Yes.
Right? And this is the brilliance of Unreal as a show, is everybody wants to talk about now what's going on backstage. Like the thing is with what we do, with what Fightful do, with what all of those guys are doing, Meltzer, all of them, right? We're in this era where everybody wants to know the real story. So what WWE have done is, okay, you want to know? We're going to let you know what we want you to know.
Correct.
Yeah. Control your narrative
like a motherfucker. It's so good. But to coincide with what Shippy was discussing earlier, one of the things I really enjoyed in the final episode of Unreal was their focus on CM Punk and his emotional response to getting to main event WrestleMania. And it actually highlighted a couple of different things to me, knowing full well that he was only like a couple of years beforehand in London in front of 100 and X amount thousand people eventing.
Wearing the same jacket, by the way.
Main eventing the biggest wrestling show literally ever. But WrestleMania is more important to him.
Yeah.
It shows you how far he has grown as a person to be like, I'm going to go work with the underdogs. These guys have no fucking idea what they're doing, at least in his mind, or how he likes to do wrestling. And then realizing it may have been better here. I've learned, I've grown. I made some mistakes, but then Triple H has done the same. You watch them interact and you can see they've had long chats.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of it, because none of that feels worked, because it's too real to be worked. But then we see work throughout Unreal. Yeah. So good.
The other part of that CM Punk episode, which was brilliant booking, if they've done this intentionally, brilliant, is that humanized Punk so much.
He is so face.
Right? That humanized him so much. It broke him down to be a person who he was crying before he went out to the ring because of his emotions were getting the better of him. And then going into this weekend where when he won, that was some pure babyface shit, but we already felt that because of Unreal as well.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't watch Unreal, they made a big point of showing that on the socials so everyone saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it transcended just the reaction to a match. It even down to the posing. For me, it's Shawn Michaels winning the championship. He's sitting there holding the belt, hugging the belt, embracing it. It is all of the AEW bullshit he went through, all of his time away in general because of the injury, the stuff with Vince, everything that he's gone through led to that moment. Yeah. And then Seth took it from him.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's a real special thing. And now Seth is the most hated man.
Yeah.
Because people are still like, yay, Seth Rollins. Even at the show, there's a bit of a pop with him coming out. But it was more like, fuck off. It was more like, are you serious right now? Yes, we'll sing the song. Seth needs to debut a new song when he comes out.
For the vision.
He needs to get rid of it completely make it zero interaction with the fans.
Yeah, but none of the burn it down, none of it.
None of the
I
bullshit.
think you keep burn it down.
But you don't make it something that's said in a way that people can chant either.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's the first thing that happens rather than the build up to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it just goes, burn it down. And then you get into like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then every subsequent time you don't use burn it down.
Original burn it down because that was a dope track.
Yeah. But the reality from here now is that you need to bring Seth full circle into that heel mode. You can't have him be halfway there, halfway not. Yes, he's right. Yes, he's justified. Yes, CM Punk is a prick, but now you're a bigger fucking prick.
Yeah.
You have to be the bad guy now.
I am so on board for this version of Seth. I think he needs to stop with the I'm a visionary, I'm a ruler, all that shit. Drop that shit.
I'm a prick, Seth Rollins.
and it just needs to be badass heel Seth Rollins. And I love that we all got worked. As a fan, work me, baby.
Yeah. If you want to have someone give him the chant bullshit, you've got Paul there. That's all you need.
Yep.
And even then you can cut some of that, because what happens when Seth is in the ring and the Beast Incarnate's music plays?
I tell you what, 100%, right? The place just explodes.
Just get all the use out of that filter. I love it.
One note I want to make when it comes to Seth Rollins' faction, who apparently we're calling Division. On today's Raw, the biggest pop that I got was the introduction of the Tribal Thief.
It's so good.
And the Shula Fala.
Yeah.
By the way,
so good.
And then he went and stole his Jordan 1s today. So he's getting a collection of...
This is like 90s level bullying. It's fantastic.
This is insulting. Like, that is legitimately insulting. If you get beaten up and your shoes get taken, like, that is insulting. I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it.
That's the sort of shit that went down when I was a teenager, when we'd go out on the town because we didn't have the internet, so we'd go roam the streets and get in fights with other kids. It was beat people up and steal their shoes. Are they going to fit? No, that's not why I stole them.
And that's when they get in trouble. You're playing a cerebral long game with them.
Yeah.
Like, look, at the end of the day, I think that wrestling is now in a spot where I am interested again, and that has taken a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, prior this last year, Cody's championship run has been a hard watch. I don't think it Vince McMahon 10 years ago hard.
Yeah.
But it's been a hard watch. And now we're back to let them cook.
Yeah. Legitimately. Look, they can go two ways with this. You can do a Cody in the ring, John Cena, you come out here right now. I want to shake your hand for our match we had. Brock Lesnar's music comes out and Brock's like, etc. And he comes in and he like takes the hat off, and then he's like, they shake hands and he's like, you know, I respect you. You and me, we had that thing. You earned my respect. But now, what about tonight? You give me that shot at that. And then Brock wins the belt. You know, like that would be a bad thing, but I am not going to put it past them to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, because that in a disgusting way makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, so, and like Triple H said today, he said, anytime Brock Lesnar returns, everything becomes different.
Yep. I agree
Everything you thought you knew about wrestling has changed. Every misconception you had about booking and who's going to get what and who's going to go where is different.
Yeah.
Because he's here. That's the Brock Lesnar effect.
The only thing that hasn't changed is no, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
The only downside of this new kayfabe is that, and we all collectively go, let them cook, like, let's simmer. Like it'll pay off. Hopefully, that's what led us to the heel Cody and thinking something we're coming out of heel Cena. So we can get bitten, but I think it's you can sit with it because we were like, that's trust. Let's put trust that this John Cena thing will come together. Oh no, he's a good guy now. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and
But
yeah,
I'm
the
happy
pivots.
to be here. It's a good
Pivots
place.
and swerves, we do see that. I just hope we don't get into the territory of Vince where if someone found out something before they were supposed to, Vince is like, fuck it, we're changing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want us to get into that zone.
Agree.
All right. Well, I feel like we spoke about a lot, and I don't want to be one of these
Didn't even talk
dickhead
about the women's
podcasts.
triple threat.
We didn't.
We have been going long. Like, this has been a chaos conversation.
Yeah, look, we'll just say
has.
great match.
Look, and also we want to say to you guys too, we're not actually here to be one of those dickhead podcasts who's like, and then what we discussed was this match here, and this guy wrestled him, and it was very good. We're not, all right? It's boring. It's shit. There are enough places to go if you want a play-by-play of everything that happened. Go to a website.
We have mates that do that show. You go check them out.
We do.
Yeah,
We do.
Go check out Grab Chats.
Go
They do a
check
great
out
job
Grab
of breaking
Chats.
down every episode.
But if you want to mark out endlessly and just make horrible predictions that turn out to be fucking true,
And what you're saying is if you want to watch
that is
a
my
good
paralysis
podcast,
statement now. I think it's just Shippy and that fucking CG hat.
I'm starting a
At the end
feud.
of my
I'm starting a
bed,
feud.
I can't move. All I see is that in my doorway.
You know what's going to happen next week or next week's Scrap Chats. They're going to be like talking about their episode. Next minute, Shippy's just going to turn up on their stream.
I said, I'm starting a feud right now. You grab chats, you motherfuckers. If you want to listen to a good podcast, come to Downunder The Ring. But no, we do love y'all. Thank you very much for your support. And thank you, audience, on all of the places right now. We've got a bunch of live people. We've got a bunch. Hey, if you're on Spotify, just a little, there you go. Have one of them. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you're pretty awesome. If you're on YouTube, I'm so sorry. What are you doing here? Honestly, we've got like 15 subscribers right now.
Yeah, so if you do listen to us on audio mediums, please just go give us some love on the YouTube.
Yeah,
Much
we've
appreciated.
got the new YouTube channel now.
We do. We'll find a way to. It'll be in the description of this YouTube video, obviously. So just go there, and you'll find out where the place is to go. But yeah, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's got around this today. It's been awesome. It has been a really good conversation. We've got a lot to talk about.
I just also want to highlight best username of the chat was like Pecker Attack. What was his name?
I think Rekka Pekka.
Rekka Pekka.
Yeah, Rekka Pekka. But yeah, I wanted to. Is there anything else you boys want to before the end there?
No, it
I
was
think we're
fantastic. SummerSlam was brilliant. Good chats. I really enjoyed us getting to mark out and be dorks and say dumb things.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Absolutely. All right. Well, then, on behalf of me, the Warship, and Betson, and Phid McAwesome, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, as always, we will see you down under the ring.